Got the new part. Before I tighten down the tie rod ends, I need to come up here and make my camber angle adjustment. So right now, I have it set at right about 3.9. So, not sure you can see this, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 hex nuts here, and in the back here, there's another hole. So you can take these things out and adjust how you want to slide this whole top mount back and forth to adjust your angle. So just like you would torque your tires, you want to do cross pattern. So I'm gonna put the camera down. All right, everything is torqued down to 12 on the left side, so I'm gonna move to the right side and do the same thing. Got the new tie rod end in. Took a few days, so I got my castle nut, and it's a 17mm socket. Torqued down to 40. Castle nut and the cotter pin is in. I'm still working on the other side. I gotta put the camera down. I can't do this with one hand. Got the cotter pin bended. It's not going anywhere. The whole point is so it's not gonna rotate the castle nut. So now I'm just gonna have to put the wheels on and go for a little test drive. This is a 5-foot pipe that I have laying around, and it's very straight, so I can see it all the way through. Probably not showing up on camera, but it's a very straight 5-foot piece of pipe. So I have to get this to the alignment shop, but before I do that, I want to get this as good as I can in the driveway. I mean, you don't have to, but I like to get it decently good to drive. If I place this pipe, this 5-foot pipe from the front of the tire and the back, and I'm about halfway up from on the wheel, and I'm not really pressing on it, just have it sit like this, and if I go all the way to the back to this pipe, I can see the pipe is really parallel to the body of the car, the side of the body. So this side is pretty straight in terms of toe in and toe out. But still, this doesn't tell me about camber angle and caster and stuff like that. I'm gonna let the alignment guys do that. So this is my right side. Now my left is the same setup. If I look towards the back of the car, the pipe is kind of pointing inward to the side of the car. So the left wheel is kind of toe out, if you follow me. So I'm gonna make a little adjustment here. Like I said, this doesn't tell me anything about camber angle or caster. I have the jam nut, the locking nut loose. Since I'm towed out, I need to rotate the inner tie rod clockwise. So in essence, that would lengthen the overall length of the tie rod. So that would give me less toe out, or maybe back to even. I made 2 full turns. So now the wheel and the pipe is pretty much parallel to the body, and I just drove it a little bit, and it seems better, but it's still pulling a little bit to the right. So I made an appointment to have it aligned in a few days. The alignment shop, the guy whom I talked to, his name is John, he told me on the phone that he also has a Civic, and he also has Godspeed coilovers. So he said he'll take care of it. Probably can't tell on camera, but looking at this, it looks pretty straight. But this is why you need to have these alignment machines to help you out. You just can't do these things by hand in your driveway or by eye. Also, I didn't tell him on the phone that my strut bar is off right now, because if I have them on, it kind of gets in the way to these Allen keys to make adjustments. So I wonder if it makes any difference whether I should have it on to do alignment. But if I have it on, then you have no access to those Allen key access. So I don't know. That's I forgot to tell him that on the phone, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna bring the strut bar and the screws and stuff with me. I'll ask him when I get there.
2 days later.
All right, it's been a couple of days. It's now 4:30. My appointment for the alignment is at 5, so I'm driving to the alignment shop. Plus, I need to get my car inspected So hopefully everything will work out. They quote me the alignment is gonna be $99, so I'm like, damn. He better get it done right. So we'll see what happens. Apparently, I am stupid. The gentleman whom I talked to was actually Chris. I got the names mixed up, so John's not here. It's actually Chris. He has the Civic. He doesn't mind. I'm just sitting here watching. I'm just curious how off I am, but I probably don't know it. Hopefully they'll give me a printout or something. So he's pretty cool about. I'm just sitting here watching. I'm not going into the bay. Of course not. It's just safety reasons. He's putting on the sensor for the lasers.
There's your toe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 0.12 on each side, you're pretty much even when you went in. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna bring it out this way and everything.
So I'm pigeon toe right now.
Pretty much, like, yeah.
Okay, so that's my left?
Yep, and that's your right.
Okay.
Alright, cash is okay.
So right now, they actually want to do the back first because the front is kind of out of whack a little bit. So now he just adjusted my back, the rear camper, which is -1, which is what the specs call for, and he adjusting my toe. The toe is the middle of the screen. So he just adjust my right rear toe, which was 0.08. So now this is the left rear toe. He's gonna try to get this arrow in the middle where the little black line is. Now he got it centered to the black line. It is 0.08. So now both sides on the left and right of rear is 0.08. So after this is done, then the game plan is attack the front. So he just jack up the front end off the lift, so that would give him a little freedom to make adjustment on the tie rods and the coilover plate on top. So you see it's off the lift right now. So I'm gonna stay back. I'm not really supposed to be in here, but they're being really good about it. So now he's adjusting the coilover plate on top first. So what the game plan is, we're gonna adjust the caster first, and then we're gonna attack the camber angle later. Okay, so it is the next day. Last night they were closing and they were still working on the alignment. So the alignment just done. So now do the state inspection. Geez, what happened to the sun? Now the clouds just rolled in. It was a sunny day earlier. Anyhow, alignment is done and they did the state inspection. That passed too. So right now the car feels straight. I don't notice anything bad or offline, so it's pretty good. But the guy told me that since the coilovers are so new, he told me to drive for about a couple months, let them settle down. I don't think it will take that long. I'm just gonna drive it for a month and call back. And the alignment that I pay for has a 6-month warranty, so when I go back for what he would call fine-tuning would be free. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna head home now. Before I get home, I had actually ordered something online last night from Lowe's. I'm gonna go and pick it up because they told me they're ready. And right now we're at 200,064. So hopefully I'll keep this thing going to get to 250. That's my goal. Well, some of you might ask, why do I put 91 octane in? Because I've always done it, because also the owner's manual says 91. So hopefully the gas prices will come down sometime. $60 to fill up an RXX. It is what it is, guys. I forgot to mention something that when I was driving home. This crossbar here, a strut bar, the guys at the alignment shop told me that it wouldn't have mattered whether you do alignment with or without this on. So I kind of knew that. So I'm actually not home right now. I'm about half a block in a parking lot that is pretty flat. It's almost completely flat because of my driveway, if you recall, that it's kind of slanted. So it probably doesn't matter, but since I'm only going to do this once, so I might as well just do it right. So I'm at a flat parking lot. So I'm about to torque these down. All these nuts and bolts are brand new, and they are all going to be torqued down as 16 foot-pounds. So I got my digital torque gauge, wrench, and these are all 12 millimeters. So I'm going to torque these down right now. You see how this strut bar gets in the way for these Allen keys here, the ones that are down here. So that's why I had it off for them to do alignment with. All right, I'm just hand tightening these down. So in theory, this should give me even better cornering. Or the chassis, at least the front, would be more rigid, just like you would do on a tire. You don't want to torque down everything at once on one nut or bolt. You want to go around. 16.6, okay. 3, 16.1, 16.5, 16.1, 16.3, 16.3, 16.4, 16.4, and last one here, 16.2. Okay, everything's torqued down. Let's go home. All right, so everything is done. So for final touch, I've been kind of neglecting this battery terminal. I have this battery protector. It keeps corrosion out of the terminal, so I'm just gonna smear this on. I change these out every couple of years. So this is just this purple grease stuff that you just rub it on the terminals and all the metal surface area, so that prevents from all the crap that gets into it, and also corrosion from the acid and stuff. I don't know, I'm not an engineer, but I just know this stuff works. I have used it for years. It's done now, so this should protect corrosion from happening. I gotta close the hood. It was a sunny day earlier. Now it's gonna rain, so let me shut this down.